All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. So my name is Muhammad Al Gifari, and I'm from literature class in comparative literature class. And right now, I would like to give my presentation, my explanation about the first chapter and the second chapter that I have read uh, in, in the article that Ma'am Lina gave to me. So, all right. First chapter is comparative literature and the future of literary studies. So, what is in this chapter says, so language is an innate faculty shared by all humans based on the anatomy and neural configuration. There has never been a human community consisting of individuals who do not have the ability to communicate. But for the linguistic potential to be fully realized, the existence of language is also necessary. So, comparative literature is an analytical science that seeks to compare literary work with other works, both in terms of genre, time, author, history, and influence. So comparative literature is often considered as the study of analyzing literature as a whole. In its applications, comparative literature tries to observe the development of the literature between genres to genres, from period to period, from the author to another, to the influence between the one work and another. The comparison is intended to see the differences, similarities, linkage, and influences between the two literary works. So, the assumption of comparative literature as a study is also seen in terms of the relationship factors of a country with another country, which is one way to see the comparison of literature works produced. The existence of different elements, such as the additions and subtractions of literary works, becomes the subject of comparative literary studies. The need for comparative literature to examine the literary works is also understood that every author has different creativity and always has an influence on the past experience and things he find in life. Starting from these assumptions, comparative literature tries to find a comparison. So the next chapter is the chapter 2 is about comparative literature as interliterary theory. So what is this chapter says? The concept of interliterary has a very short history and is used mainly in Central European scholarship. Supporters of the idea are indebted to the Russian and Czech formalist structuralist literature as the forerunner of interliterary has been created in state Roman Jacobson in 1921. He says that the object of literary scholarship is not literary, it is not literature but literacy, namely which makes a work into a literary work. Until now, Bachelor of Literature is more similar to a policeman who, aiming to catch someone, will round up everyone and everything that can be found in the flat, even people who happen to pass by on the street. Literary historians pray is human existence, psychology, politics, and philosophy. So a similar concept of literacy was briefly put forward by Rand Wallach in his famous study of comparative literary cases in 1959. Literary science will not make any progress methodologically unless he decides to study literature as a different subject from another activities and human ways. So, why? As was I said before, a literary theory is strongly associated with the discipline of comparative literature, such as statement requires further qualification. The verbal form is needs to be replaced, should be, in case that the scholarly community considers, as we do, that the story may provide insightful contributions to comparative literature. Furthermore, one should not overlook that those some inflection of comparative literature have global reach. Other other remain local, and literary theory is an example of second locally circulating and kind. So that's all about the summary of the first and the second chapter of this part. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.